Hi everyone, Aldbar here. This is my solo walkthrough and guide to the level 32 raid Legendary Hound of Xoriat. Enjoy. First off, normal difficulty. Hi everyone, Warjack here. This quest is different than the heroic Hound of Xoriat quest in two aspects. First, you do not have to run through the subterranean to enter it, and second, it is free to play to everyone. So, you don't have to even get a coupon to get here. For anyone trying to start learning how to solo this raid, I definitely recommend starting on Legendary Normal. Not Heroic, Legendary Normal. You can buff here before you move. You got all the time in the world. Stepping forward, we'll start the first cutscene, well, the first dialogue. And once you cross the center part of the map, the 4 mind flayers will spawn in. You must kill these mind flayers in order to get a stone. This stone is a clicky that you use from your inventory. You put it on your hotbar, and you can mind control the dogs, the pups, and they, in turn, will attack the hound. The amount of time that it takes the dogs to kill the hound will determine the fate of your quest. And when doing this on normal or hard, the dogs can kill the hound in 1 round. It means the amount of time you get by default to charm them is enough to kill them in 1 round. This is why I strongly recommend starting on normal or on hard. Really, but just start on normal. You do not have to have a special build to do this on normal. There is a specific setup that I would recommend, and I'll be getting to that soon. But for now, just make sure you pick up the control stones. You only need 3, and once you've got 3, you can head back to the center. There are 4 of these mind flayers, and if you really want to, you can pick up all 4 just in case something goes wrong and you need the 4th one because one of the dogs gets uncharmed or something. But if you're doing this right, you don't need to. But if it gives you the peace of mind, you can do it. As you can see, hitting ZZ does no damage. She's completely immune to your damage, and she's only vulnerable to the damage that she will get from the pups. So the way you beat this raid is by charming the pups, and they do all the damage. Now I'm trying to move to the center of the map, not the center of this area. Okay? If you have augmented summoning, it is a good time to put it on. I've got these stones on my shortcut bar, and I'm going to charm them. Tells me I have to be facing them. My goal over here is to show you how to do this without having special abilities like bar buffs and all different healing special abilities that are dependent on classes and stuff like that. Everything over here should be viable for any player. You just need to spend a few platinum on respecing your character in Epic Destinies in order to solo it. And then once you're done, you can respec back. Yeah. So where I'm standing is kind of off the center of the main crossway. It's not the center of the crossway, it's the center of the map. So it's kind of like off to the right wing. Every once in a while there'll be some kind of mob will come flailing after you. Make sure you get rid of it as fast as possible, because basically what they do is they distract the pups. One of the reasons why Legendary is so much easier than Heroic is because the pups in Legendary are all red named, and they have way more hit points, and they die much slower. It's much less likely that you'll accidentally kill one of them, and you want to have sturdy pups. After all, that's the goal over here. You want them to defeat the hound. Then that's basically it. You just stand over here and you wait. If you stand enough down this hallway, nothing should come down this way. You see the protectors running around over there. They miss you because you're not standing in the middle. And you're standing off to the side. Yeah, that's it. It's basically that simple. Charm the dogs, stand off to the side, and wait for the quest to end. Again, I will be showing what my setup is. Once you get the second DM Dex, Zizi is now vulnerable and you can kill her. And just like that, you've ended the raid.
Her death rattle joined by her children. The remaining scourge of Xoriat fade into the shadows and dissipate. The tunnels are quiet.
I would argue that this perhaps is the best raid to learn how to solo first. It will change your mindset about soloing raids. It's very short, it's not very long to reset, and basically it teaches you that you can, if you're willing to take the time to practice, you're willing to spend a few platinum on changing up the specs of your character, you should be able to solo this. So yeah, I'll be showing you my setup and we'll be moving on. Of course, when you finish this quest, don't forget to pick up your reward or you won't be off timer next time you want to do it. I made sure I picked up Primal Scream, and I made sure I got Holy Presence and the Epic Destiny Stance from Angelic Form. This gives me my passive auto healing. I also took the Angelic Charge so I can move faster when I'm trying to run around. Now to Legendary Hard. Once I've done my run on a Legendary Normal, I figured, hey, you know what? How about we try Legendary Hard? Well, actually, I tried Legendary Elite and found out that I shot too high, but hey, you learn. Again, Legendary Hard is very similar to Legendary Normal in the fact that you can do it in one round without any special abilities. You don't have to have bard buffs or special abilities that make your hounds much stronger. As you can tell, I am buffing much more seriously, since these drones and the protectors that come around actually hit much harder. And they're kind of dangerous. Also, in this quest, hit points is way more important than DPS. The only thing you really need to kill fast is these keepers. And the thing you really want to watch out is they have this thing called Ego Whip, who basically gives you charisma damage. Now, there is an ability from Fate Singer who gives you immunity to charisma damage, but when I tested it, it didn't work for some reason. So, well, I had to find some other way around it. My best solution to it was just pray and go as fast as you can. There isn't anything that I can tell you that would definitely work. At least not when I was testing it. Now, this particular character doesn't have that many past lives and is not that beefy of a character. So, I don't feel that substantially, I don't feel that I'm that substantial and that I can take that many hits. So, I'm not going to go for any extra risks, so to speak. We're just going to go straight to the point. Get myself 3 stones and, well, charm the pups and get out of here. So, once I've got the third one, I'm going to head back to the center. Well, the off-center center. And this is why I go clockwise and end up over here, because this is closest to the place. Also, the harder it is, the more you need to take advantage of every small advantage you can get. And another little advantage that I'm going to be adding in this version is standing in this little nook over here. You are least likely to get spotted by anything if you stand in this little nook in this passageway. Things you walk by won't see you and probably won't bother you. There's every once in a while be a drone will come down this hallway, but other than that, you should be safe. Yeah, that's it. I'm just going to stand here and now wait and hope nothing comes in and attacks me. I did get myself a stack of scrolls of haste. This is to haste the dogs. You don't have to do this, but I just want to be, you know, extra safe, so. Again, mind you, I am a cleric and I do have some special cleric abilities, but I'm not using any of them. The Holy Presence you see that gives all this hot auto healing is kind of overpowered. You don't need this much to keep them alive, and anybody can just switch to this destiny and set it up for this one raid. You can see these. You can see the flesh renders in the background keep on running by. Yeah, one of these protectors caught me. Mind you, these things hit really, really hard, especially on elite. You want to get rid of them as fast as possible just so they don't distract the dogs. The DM message halfway through the fight is the indicator that well, it's a halfway fight, I guess. And it looks like I've got plenty of time with the dogs, and I should be able to get this all in one run. I do have the Primal Scream ability, who adds to the stats of everything who's inside of my Scream Blast, and also heals. Again, this is a ability you can take from your Epic Destinies, and you can respec for this quest if you really want to try to do this on hard. I can see in my buff bar the timer on the haste, and I know if I need to cast it again. Yeah, well, looks like I'm going to win, so hopefully she'll hit that, whatever it is, 20% mark, and we should be good to go. There we are. Great, they knocked me over. And that's it. For some silly reason, sometimes the pups respawn in the middle right after you finish the raid, but whatever. The raid runes that drop over here will allow you to buy the same loot. Well, some of the same loot that you can get from legendary Tempest Spy. This, by the way, is one of the 3 free-to-play raids in DDO. I mean, truly free-to-play raids. The other 2 are Tempest Spine. Legendary and normal. Heroic. Yeah, 5 minutes. Yeah, and as always, don't forget to pick up your end reward. Now, I'll show you where I got the scrolls. If you step out of the ship teleport in House Harlan, you go straight to the left and down, you get this store called Object Desire, and you can buy scrolls of haste. Scroll vendor over here gives you arcane scrolls, and yeah, picked up a stack of haste scrolls. I mean, you probably can get these all in the portable hole, but not everybody has access to the portable hole, so hey, here's a place where everyone has access to. Now on to Legendary Elite and beyond. Well, to do this, you're going to have to be able to be strong enough to take a few good hits from all these orange named mobs. Since you're going to have to go through at least 2 rounds, or most likely you're going to have to go through 2 rounds, you're going to have to be able to survive. And that's not as simple. You'll probably need either a very strong character or a custom build. But I did manage pretty good. I managed to get through 1 whole round. By the 2nd round, well, they won. Here's what happens when you get hit with something called Ego Whip. Yep, now I'm helpless. Taking a massive amount of damage to my charisma. And now I'm going to get my brain eaten. Here I got hit with Ego Whip, but I just used Radiance, who was a tier 5 from Radiant Savant and Cleric, and I cleared it. But again, I know not everyone has access to that, and therefore I don't consider it a viable option when recommending how to solo this raid. Okay, so here's going to be my setup. First things first, I've got myself a augment of augmented summoning. I have my filigree set up to give me immunity to negative levels. This is not necessary. It's not like the heroic version where you're going to lose your mind because there's tons of beholders. If you're doing this just on normal or on hard, you will probably be able to do it without seeing a single beholder, in which case you don't have to worry about it at all. There's another reason why this is much easier. I happen to be a cleric, and I could have used positive energy aura. I did not have to. And there's also something called Radiance, which is relevant for later, because what it does is allows you to restore yourself and get rid of stat damage even when you're helpless. And in this quest, you can take permanent charisma damage, who can render you helpless. And that's relevant for people who want to solo. And as always, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye.